Hello, good day. Today, I just want to show you how to do the assembly process, the CATIA assembly modeling process. In our previous discussion, we developed the part models of the roller guide assembly. So today, we are going to do some assembly yes, procedures or how to do the assembly of the different parts of this roller guide assembly. So as you can see here in the roller guide assembly on this parts list, as you can see, we have 5 parts with different quantity and different materials. So let's continue on assembling. So you just open the CATIA modeling window. As you can see, we have all the five parts. As you can see, this is a roller, and we have the bushing, right? So all the brackets, the bracket also here, the shaft. So we already developed the shaft, and the base. We have the base as well. So what we are going to do is we'll try to assembly the whole part. The first thing you need to do is you go to the mechanical design, as you can see. So in the mechanical design, as you know, we have different types of workbench, as you can see. So one of the workbench is the assembly design. So in this assembly design, just click on and then you open this assembly design window. So this is the assembly, the part name for the assembly. So you can name it actually. Just on here on the product one, you just right click, you go to property and just name it. Right. So this is a product. So it's a roller guide. So here we just write like this. It comes like this. Then how we are going to start this, as I have discussed before. So what we do is we just put in or bring in all the parts to this assembly workbench. So how we do that is either you can right click on here and you go to the components and you bring the existing components. All right, you don't need to do any new parts, so you need to bring the existing components. So here what you can see is you have those parts. So let's bring the base, right? So let's bring the base. Just click on the base. So here the base is here. So you can arrange it. You can put it in the isometric position, as you can see here, or either you can I mean you can put it, you can position it in any way. So what you need to do is for this one you can fix it. Maybe this one is our reference, so we can I think maybe if I put it like this, oh yeah, so I can put it, you can rotate it, just click the roller and click the right hand side of the mouse, and you can have such position. So at this position you can fix it, right? Just fix this one, right? So the base is going to be fixed here. So you can see here the fix constraint. So this one is fixed, right? This is a fixed part. Okay, so let's bring the other one. So you can, as I have said, you can right click here, or you can insert, or you can have on this part, as you can see on these product structure tools, you have this one is the existing components. Just you click here again if you want. I think yeah, it's under this one. So what you do is you just can bring all the 4 parts, remaining parts, and then you can put them here. Okay, so you just need to arrange it. You need to arrange. So this is a bracket, as you can see here. So you move this one. In order to move each parts, as I have said before, you may use this move tool. So in the move tool, you can use those the drag along the X, along Y. You can drag it. So the movement is according to this compass. So if you want to move to the X direction, use the X1. So you just hold this one and then you can move. Okay, you can rotate. So this is the other way. If you let me just move maybe Y direction here, and then the shaft here, the the Y direction you can, I mean the X direction, maybe you can move the bushing. So what is remaining? Yeah, so these are the parts we need. So what you need to do is just okay. So after having this, you can arrange it. You can start assembling. Actually, you can create the constraints or relationship between the different features of this. So you can do the assembly process. So how we can rotate this one, you can position this one, because on this part, as you can see, we have two parts here, these two parts, you see. So you can position it, all right. So what you can do is you can use this one. You can bring the compass here and you can rotate. You can rotate like this. Yeah, so you can rotate, right? So you can rotate whatever you want. So normally how we are going to do is that so you can move it here. So okay, so yeah, you can have it like this, or you can move up or to this here. So this is the, I try to just position. So you need to take it back to its position after you manage to orient it. So next is using this is actually this you can read it. So this is the constraint tools, the constraint tool, which help you to create a relationship between each different surfaces, features of the part. So one of the constraint is coincidence. Coincidence constraint, as you can see here, it creates a coincidence, maybe center to center coincidence, face to face coincidence you can create. So sometimes I like to put it like this, right? So what I can do now is using the these constraints. I just close this one. So we need to create a constraint relationship. For example, one of the important relationship you can create is these two centers, right? This center of this curve, okay, this center and this center has to coincide, right? So you just create that relationship, and here at this bottom there is an update icon, or yeah, I just click here actually. Yeah. So as you can see here, this center has been coincide with this center. So the other one, very important, is this surface, and this surface I want to coincide. For example, I just click here, this surface, and this surface has to do has to coincide. Yeah, so you just coincide these two surfaces. Finally, if this is coincide, if this surface and this surface are straight up or coincide, you can do the contact. You can create the contact. So you just click here, this surface and this surface has to be the constraint is contact. So as you can see here, we just put it the first assembly. Okay, All right, so after doing this, we can have a copy of this. You can copy paste, or you can bring it from the from here. You can bring it. So what is that? The bracket, right? So you can bring it, or you can copy. You can copy and paste. So for this specific part, as you can see here, this is a bracket, as you can see here. You can move it. Yeah, you can move it here. So you can move the bracket, as you can see here. So you can rotate. You can rotate. Basically, we are going to use so that uh, we are going to orient it in such a way that it will be easy to assemble. So as usual, you just use this, and you can use this, right? So update, as I have said before. So it seems very difficult, so let's move it. So again, we need to use this. So yeah, we can use this one, so we can orient it again. So this surface again, this surface, so this surface again, this surface has to be coincidence. You can update it. Yes, you can update it, as you can see, right? But it's really not. We need to create another surface. We need to create a contact. So this one, and this has to be in contact. So you can see here, you already created the two parts. The two parts are assembled. So next, as you can see here, we need to yeah, we need to create. So yeah, just take it here. So we need to move it here, all right? So you can take it back, all right? So what is important here is, yeah, this position, okay? Right, so you can see here the bushing. The bushing is one of the important thing. So you may bring the other bushing as well, right? So in this roller guide, the here. So here, so the bushing, we can bring it here. Yeah. Oh, you just bring it, right? All right. Here as well. So we can move it here. All right. So so we can rotate the bushing like this. All right. So just again, you go here. Here the bushing, maybe you can rotate it. I think, yeah, this is a right position. Yeah, so you can put it back here. So yeah, I was trying to create some positions. So what I'm going to do is, next I have to align this. I mean, I have to create coincidence, right? So it has this center to this center has to be coincident. If it is, so this surface has to be contacted with this one, because as you can see, the bushing is yeah, the bushing is like this. So okay, so let me have it. So I need to create a contact between this surface and this surface. Yeah, so it's happening. Okay. So I need to create a contact between this surface and this surface. So on the other hand, again, this center and this center, again, so this one, this surface and this surface has to be, we have to create contact surface. All right, so next is the shaft, as you can see here. So the shaft is this center and this center has to be aligned. Yeah, so as you can see here, is aligned. So what you can see is this surface of the shaft and the bushing, this surface has to make a contact. So such a contact, let me here. So what you do is this surface, yeah, so this surface to make a contact. So you can see here part is this. On the other hand, to put the roller here, I think definitely the roller is, if you measure it properly, this surface has to touch the surface of the bushing, the back surface of the bushing. So based on that, we are going to assemble it. So what is the case is, first we need to align this center and this center has to be coincide. So this and this has to be coincide. So you can see center to center. It's a kind of concentric. It's a concentric relationship. So I need to create a contact relationship between this surface. So I need to, yeah. So finally I have this assembly. All right. So finally I managed to assemble this part. I hope it's clear how to do the assembly. So you can see here, you can use different colors so that you can see the way the parts has to be assembled, right? So this is assembly. Yeah, as you can see here, maybe yeah, these constraints, the constraint dots or the constraint symbols are to be, yeah, you can see here. So you can put it here back, maybe, yeah. So you can have this it's a clear space. So what you do is you just, I think you can hide this one so that you can have this model. So you can further work on this. So if you want to show yeah, you can go to the bushing, the bracket, maybe the shaft. You can do some coloring so that you can see the relationship between it. So the other thing is you can do the sectioning, all right? Sectioning view, you can have sectioning view of this one. You can do the sectioning, right? So here, if you go onto the analysis section, you can go here, all right? So sectioning, if you want to do some sectioning, okay? Some sectioning. So so basically you can choose a position, the position, maybe why you can section it like this. You see, basically you need to section it like this. All right, so yeah, the definition, so you can have it. So section plane, section volume cut, you can have it. So the section volume cut is here. So you can see the section part. So you can show how this part is after it's sectioned. What does it look like? The inside, you can see how the relationship between the shaft and the bushing and the bracket, the roller, how they are assembled. You can really show. You can show during your design, assembly design. You can briefly describe it. So the position you can move it. You can move and all this, right? So the position you can move it, right? Yeah, this is the right place to section. You don't need to do anything. So on the full cut, so you just okay. So you can have this one, you can have this full section. So in this application you can see the sectional view. So you can have this sectional view, right? So you can have this sectional view, right? Right. So all right, so this is you can have as it is. You can edit it, right? Sectional view. You can update. You can edit and so on, right? So you can have this is a sectional view if you are looking for that. Okay. All right, so this is all. So you can have just after having this sectional view, we will see next how to do the exploded view or exploded drawing will be our next discussion. All right, thank you.